Okay, so Shalom, I like to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double praises to the brothers out there preaching this truth and word and truth and sincerity. Um, let's get into this lesson when it comes to this, because this is a lesson that every man needs to learn from, and also females need to learn from. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. I'm gonna share you guys some devastating news. So this is about former Michigan State and NBA basketball player getting killed over a domestic dispute. So let's go ahead and play
Former
this.
Michigan State star Adreian Payne was shot and killed in Orlando, Florida, early Monday morning, the Orange County Sheriff's Office said. And Payne was the 15th pick by the Atlanta Hawks in 2014, played 4 seasons in the NBA with multiple teams. In 2018, he was waived by the Magic after he was named in a report by ESPN's Outside the Lines that he'd been involved in an alleged sexual assault at Michigan State in 2010. No charges were filed in that case. Prior to playing in the NBA, Payne was a member of the All Big Ten second team in 2 of his 4 seasons with Michigan State.
Okay, going down. Um, you know, so cover with this topic is that this guy is a ex NBA basketball player who was gunned down. What in the heck? So this guy was an ex NBA basketball player who was gunned down over some type of domestic dispute. So what can we learn for this? All right, we can learn a lot of things from this, okay? And it is devastating news, and um, to come so soon with a video like this is, I understand that his family is going through a tough time, but we can all as men can learn from this. So you guys gotta know that dealing with women comes with time, energy, money, and it also comes with loss of dominance. Okay, time. Women require time, and that time bites into your focus and your goals as a man. One good example would be my father. As an example, my father was a football coach, and when my parents were divorced and separated, my father was focused on his goals and his football team. So he was always keeping himself busy watching films, drawing plays, talking on the phone with other coaches. That man was focused on his purpose 100%. So guess what happened when he got back with my mother? Do you think he was focused on his purpose 100%? Do you think he was watching film and football plays 100%? Do you think he was focused on his goals 100%? So that's why I say women require time. Okay, it takes time, and when you give a lot of time in a woman, it starts to bite into a lot of your time, personal time, some me time. Okay, so energy. Your energy as a man is similar to a phone's memory. It has a certain capacity of data, and once that capacity is full, you will then have to go back and delete in order to get new things. Same thing works when it comes to women. When you put a whole lot of energy on a woman, you are going to be energy reluctant to her. Nothing else will matter. You will start to lose energy in everything else and try to please her. So that's energy. Don't give a lot of women your energy. Okay? Because if you're giving a lot of women your energy, all your focus and your daily focus on her, you're going to be energy reluctant to her. Okay? So, money. I want to make a I want you guys to make a decision right now when it comes to money and these type of women. High maintenance, materialistic, women that view you as a beta male provider, dinner scammers, gold diggers, low interested women, women that don't respect you, women that ask you to pay a bill. Either give these women your wallet or cut them loose because you don't need them. All right. If a woman really is interested in you, she will take you to the mall and buy you shoes, and you don't have to spend a dime on them. So typically, that's your basically that's what comes with highly interested women that are highly interested in you. And if she's highly interested in you, she will be respectful towards your wallet. And remember that attraction is non-negotiable. You can't talk your way into a woman's attraction, okay, or into a woman's mind. You can neither buy a woman's love or respect that she has for you. So money, save and invest in yourself because that will improve your value. Okay, no matter how much you give a, no matter how much you spoil a woman and give her all money and stuff like that, that is not going to make her respect you. Money does not make women respect men. And you beta males and you beta male simps really crack me up when it comes to thinking that, oh, all I got to do is buy her this, buy her that, and in return she gives me her love and respect. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. So loss of dominion. You sort of lost dominion, not right away. You sort of lose dominion. I'm sorry. You sort of lose dominion, not right away, but over a course of time. Because if you're living with a woman, you are now cohabitating, which means you somewhat have to adjust to her living conditions. So you're not going to be 100% dominant at your dominion. Not everything will go your way. The best leverage a woman can get is a man that compromises with her man, that does not know how to say no. Women get dominion and dominance through their sex appeal and their manipulation. That is how women get their dominance, through their sex appeal and their manipulation, because they do not have the physical strength to come up in battle and beat us in battle, okay, and dominate us like that. But they can use their sex appeal and manipulation tactics to dominate you. So that's why I said dealing with these women, this is something that might come with it, a loss of dominance and dominion. Now, risk. That's why I made this video today, because I'm starting to see a lot of men get killed over these women over and over again. And that's why I made this video today. And we're going to go over the certain risk. All right. And a lot of times men get killed over these women. Some type of arguments breaks out. This guy has an ego, the other guy has an ego, and then one guy or both guys end up getting killed. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Share my screen. Okay, so you guys can see this. This is Sirach 10, verse 6 through 18. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. Pride is hateful before God and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. So by pride, that's how we commit iniquity. That's how we end up killing each other. That's how we end up hurting one another, by our pride. Okay, it all starts off with a pride. So verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such and one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die. For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts, worms, the beginning of pride is when one departed from God and his heart is turned away from his maker. That is the beginning of pride, turning away from the Lord. Okay? For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities, overthrew them utterly. The Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes, and set up the meek in their stead. The Lord hath plucked up the roots of proud nations, and planted the lowly in their place. The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen, and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. He took some of them away, and destroyed them, and have made their memorial to cease from the earth. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. So we were not made to be prideful. We were not made to be prideful. Okay? So you guys need to understand that um that usually when these arguments and these tensions get breaking out, let me show you, because the Bible is powerful, all right? Scriptures is powerful, and I'm gonna show you guys something cool. Because you guys, when arguments break out, it's usually because of this. This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 10. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. Pride cometh contentions, okay? When people are sitting around arguing, fussing, screaming, more than likely you struck a nerve in that person's pride, okay? And pride is a big thing. And we have to learn how to talk with one another, and also learn how to walk away. And it's very hard to walk away, and pride is another reason why people can't even walk away. Can't even walk away. In ancient times, you bump into somebody, you say, "Excuse me." In ancient times, a man that's going through on a dirt road and he see another man hurt, he'll pick that man up and take him to his house and take care of him and nurse him until he's bad. Well, the thing is, when it comes to this, is we, as we're living in this flesh, can't seem to get pride off of our hearts. And this is Proverbs 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. So pride goeth forth before destruction. When you get into an ego battle with people, and there's an ego battle, when people are arguing, usually it's an ego battle, especially between men, because us as men, we don't like being disrespected at all. And it usually starts off that way, and then it escalates into something terrible. So that's pride, okay? And that's the risk with coming and dealing with women is pride, getting into ego battles with other men, and pride, thinking very prideful of her, fighting over women and stuff. We'll get into that in a moment. But jealousy, this is another thing that comes with dealing with these women. Uh-oh, I forgot. 3 James 3 and 16. For for where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. So jealousy. People may look at your woman and get very jealous that you drive a nice car, that you came inside the bar with a nice looking woman, and jealousy is jealousy is the cause of a lot of this wickedness. A lot of people robbing, killing each other, shooting, killing each other, and jealousy is a big part of that. Because if you guys watch my other video, I told you guys before jealousy comes comparison. People compare what they have to what you have. People compare your wife, I mean their wives, with your wives. People compare their car with your car. And then after they compare that, they get jealous. Why? Because they desire what you have. And instead of elevating themselves and hiring their value, they feel entitled. And then that's why you have people out here robbing people blind. So let's get Exodus 20, verse 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. We are not to covet and desire our neighbor's wife, house, or anything. Because look where that stuff leads to. Look what desiring your neighbor's house leads to. Look at what desiring your neighbor's wife leads to. It leads to wickedness. That's all that stuff leads to is wickedness. So let's get Leviticus. Let me break something down to you guys, especially when it comes to dealing with your neighbor's wives. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. That's law. Now, am I saying that, oh, you guys are automatically going to get put to death and stoned and stuff like that, as in what happened in ancient times? No, but I can tell you this. I can show you guys this. Because even though you may not get put to death according to Leviticus 20 and 10, let me show you what is going to happen to you, though. You're gonna get put to death by the Most High God, Yahweh. So Romans 1, here it is. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like corruptible man, into birds, into four-footed beasts and creepy things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For the for this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature, which is homosexuality. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of a woman, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves a recompense of their error, which was meat. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understandings, covenant breakers, without natural affection, and implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. You're still worthy of death if you're going around sleeping with other people's wives. If you're a married woman and you're sleeping with other men others than your husband, you are still worthy of death under Romans, the first chapter. That's the judgment of God. I just read it to you right here. So even if a man, let's just say a woman, she's just being mistreated, and can she leave her husband if he's mistreating her? And could you blame her that she? I mean, according to the law in the United States, a lot of judges have thrown out a lot of divorces and stuff like that just because a man mistreated his wife, and then they say, well, it was his fault that she cheated. She wasn't happy. She wasn't. I'm gonna read you guys this story. What the heck? First Samuel 25. Okay, and 3. Now the name of the man was Nabal, and the name of his wife was Abigail, and she was a woman of good understanding and of a beautiful countenance. But the man was churlish and evil in his doings, and he was of the house of Caleb. And David heard in the wilderness that Nabal did shear his sheep. So this story is basically about a basically virtuous woman with a wicked man. All right. And when you read later on down into this story, when you read later on down into this story, into this same chapter, you read that David basically uh-oh, First Samuel. Sorry about that. Hold on. First Samuel 37. When you read, I'm sorry, you guys, I got lost. So we're gonna end up what we skip down to verse 37 because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to hear me read the whole chapter, but you guys could read the whole chapter yourself. And this is what ended up happening to Nabal. But it came to pass in the morning when the wine was gone out of Nabal, and his wife had told him these things, that his heart died within him, and he became as stone. And it came to pass about 10 days after that the Lord smote Nabal, that he died. And when David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, "Blessed be the Lord that he pleaded the curse of my reproach from the hand of Nabal, and hath kept his servant from evil. For the Lord have returned the wickedness of Nabal upon his own head." And David sent and communed with Abigail to take her to him to wife. So David waited till Nabal was dead to properly pursue Abigail. You have no business, even if they are in a uh, abusive relationship, stay out of that. Stay out of that. Because a woman is bound by law, according to Corinthians. She's bound by the law as long as her husband liveth, not as long as her husband treat her right, not if the relationship is complicated. That's why I'm basically trying to get to you guys. Just because the relationship is complicated, I know you guys got with a woman before and she's like, oh, it's complicated. No, no, stay away from her. So that's it when it comes to that. Let's get Proverbs 6:32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding, he doth it destroy his own soul. A wound and a dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. You guys have to know that you commit adultery, you're lacking understanding. Why you're lacking understanding? Because you don't care about the Most High's word. You're just thinking with the thing that's between your legs. And you women too, vice versa. So whoever committeth adultery lacketh understanding. Why? Because again, you guys don't want to go by the Lord's words. Now there are other conditions of adultery I'm going to go ahead and get. And we are still to obey it. Even though I read this that Leviticus 20 and 10, thou shalt not commit adultery, I'm going to read it to you again even in the New Testament, because we got ignorant people on here thinking that the Lord is going to tolerate that, but I'm going to have to give it to you guys in the New Testament too. But I like to start off in the Old Testament. So Matthew, and I want you guys to pay close attention here. Matthew 5:32. You see what it says right here? But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced commit adultery. But she's divorced. She had a divorce certificate. It's no longer his wife. Remember, in Corinthians, it says she is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But she's divorced. But she's divorced. What did Christ say? Because these are the words of Christ. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced commits adultery. Don't be lying with no divorced women. That falls under adultery. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get Galatians, because this I'm gonna continue to emphasize this, because this is what gets a lot of y'all killed. Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, hearsays, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, revealings, and such like, of which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Let's get Luke. I'm going to go to another part where Christ emphasized this. And you guys can play with God if y'all want to. Go do what you want. But this video is warning y'all. Whosoever put away his wife and marrieth another committeth adultery, and whosoever marrieth her that is put away from her husband committeth adultery. If a woman is put away or divorced, you cannot touch that woman. You can't touch that woman. The little divorce certificate that this government gives you, that means nothing. That means nothing to God. Hosea 4 and 13. They sacrifice upon the tops of mountains and burn incense upon the hills, under the oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. Therefore, your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. Now, this is one of the things that the Lord was very upset with back in the ancient times. So He cursed our daughters to be whores and our spouses to commit adultery. Why? Because we were committing spiritual adultery, meaning worshiping idols and stuff like that. So this is the curse that He put upon our wives and our daughters to do that. Because um, when you go to Hosea 1, I'm gonna go to Hosea 1 and I'm gonna break this down to you. The word of Hosea 1, chapter 1, the word of the Lord that came unto Hosea the son of Beeri in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam the son of Joash, king of Israel. The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea. And the Lord said to Hosea, Go take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. Now, the reason why the Lord told him to go take him a wife from whoredoms, because we all know, let's put two and two together, that that woman is going to go out and be a whore and cheat on the man. Okay, that's the same way how God feels, the same intense feeling of betrayal when you found out you've been getting cheated on and found and find out and finds out that your wife been creaming on somebody else. That's the same way that the Lord feels when we go out worshiping other gods. So that's what Hosea 4 and 13 was about. Now, let's go ahead and remove that. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to go to Sirach. Now, here's another way, thing how you men for here it is. What the heck? Okay, we can just go ahead and type that. All right. Now this is First Ezra 4 and 26. Now here's another reason why the risk that you run with women, and it's simping. That's all that stuff is. It's simping. And let me tell you what the Bible says about simping for these women. This is First Ezra 4:26 and through 27. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. This man has perished over a woman. AP perished over a woman. Perish means to die. AP perished over a woman. Also, many have erred and sinned for women. So y'all need to really, really, really keep your mind clean and keep women off your mind. Keep your purpose, which is supposed to be the most high. And then anything that comes after that, your work, your job. But don't be running out here getting killed over women all because of your pride. All right, don't be running out here getting killed over these women. So my next thing is not an abundance mindset. You gotta think about it. If either one of these men Stop sharing. If either one of these men had an abundance mindset, there's plenty of more women out there. Screw this girl. I'm about to go over here and see this girl and stuff like that. Also, none of this stuff would have ever happened. But both of them, why are you chasing after a woman that's having you fighting over? Why are you chasing after a woman that's calling you to come save her from her baby daddy? Well, really and truly, she just should have been calling the police. See, to me, this shit is like a setup, and especially if it was in the middle of the night as well. Why she just didn't call the police? Why? Because remember, I told you guys, women get dominance by manipulation and their sex appeal. That's how they get their dominance. So this woman was not strong enough to beat this man physically, but she sure in the hell had somebody that was definitely strong enough to beat him. And she called him over. And it's kind of like the two T Rexes take their focus off that, and the T Rexes class is kind of like Jurassic Park. They bring both of the T Rexes together. That's how y'all niggas look. Let me tell you something. That's how y'all niggas look. Like two T Rexes in Jurassic Park, mind focused off whatever problem you had, and she's bringing y'all together. She's bringing y'all together. Boom! To kill each other. That's how y'all look. That's how y'all look. I mean, this is ridiculous. This man is now dead. So, not an abundance mindset. Fighting. You guys know, let me go ahead and share this video. I want to go ahead and. That's how y'all niggas look. Coming together. Now, watch this.
Okay, get your motherfucking self up.
I mean, you jumped out like you finna throw a kick or something. I'm trying to see.
I ain't worried about that kick.
I'm worried about
his ass. Look at me, homie. I cut my hair not too long ago. My name Legend. They call me New York. I know the fuck you are, nigga. I know.
Hey, just so you guys know, this is over a woman too. This is over a woman.
Who the fuck you are, nigga? That don't mean shit to me. This is my motherfucking woman. This is my house. You see this picture still here? It's my mama and my aunt, nigga. Everything in here, me, nigga. Rick Legend, Master Chief, motherfucker, 6-star, concrete motherfucking general. Everything in here, Rick, me, nigga. You prepared to die for that pussy? I am. So get the fuck up out of here. Fuck you.
See, look at this. You hear what this man said? Are you willing to die for the pussy? I am. You got niggas like this that exist in the world, man. Men that will die over a piece of flesh. Men that would die over a piece of flesh. Over a woman that don't even respect them. A woman that don't even respect her own flesh. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. This is the stuff that get us killed. Women, drugs, money. This is stuff that get us killed. And then also, this is another risk that you get with pursuing women, is pursuing low interested women. Okay? Let me tell you something. If a woman got low interest in you, I guarantee you're going to be doing most of the pursuing. Matter of fact, all of it. And you're going to be going out this damn way to impress her. So my advice to y'all, if y'all don't want to have these risks, get somebody who deeply cares about you and is at least deeply interested in you. because that's how that stuff starts out. You doing everything to please her, and now she's just stringing you along like a little puppet. That's how that stuff starts out. And then also another risk that you guys have with women that I don't know why we do. I mean, I did it when I was younger. When I was younger, is going in to neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, just for women. Don't do that. Don't do that. Especially if that neighborhood's not yours. Don't do that. Don't do that. That could get you killed too. I know a lot of people that have been killed texting a woman to come outside, and somebody will come on the opposing side, another car, and then they'll shoot the whole car up. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. You guys stay safe out there, and note this stuff. All right, note this stuff, and this stuff video is not to bash AP, because I met AP in high school. He was a pretty nice guy, and I hope his family has condolences. I I give them my condolences because I hate to see that happen to another black man. So, shalom.